Welcome back to the Symbology of the Rose, Part 2. As the Roman world underwent its conversion to Christianity, the rose took on new symbolic meanings. The white rose became a symbol of purity, and the Virgin Mary became known by such names as the Rose of Heaven and the Mystical Rose. A good example of this is Bernardino Luini's beautiful Madonna of the Roses, painted in the late 1500s. The white roses on the trellis behind in the background allude to the Virgin's purity and, by extension, the virgin birth. The Madonna was also called the Sinless Rose without Thorns, again evoking her faultless state, and this was also connected to the medieval belief that in Paradise and the Garden of Eden before the fall, roses had no thorns. In 1900, the Pre-Raphaelite inspired artist John Rodham Spencer Stanhope painted The Expulsion from Eden, in which can be seen the beautiful thornless roses. His picture shows an idyllic paradise, full of all kinds of flowers, but the roses take pride of place in the centre of the scene, just in front of the angel who is banishing Adam and Eve. There are also beautiful pink thornless roses to the right side of the doorway, perhaps as a reminder to Adam and Eve of what they are losing because of their disobedience. During medieval times, the red rose, red being the colour of blood, served as a symbol of Christ, reminding man of his Saviour's love and suffering he endured on the cross. The thorns on roses were also seen as evocative of the crown of thorns. John Rodham Spencer Stanhope also painted the Three Marys with an Angel, a scene from the Bible in which the women have come to Christ's tomb to anoint his body. Instead, they find an empty tomb and an angel who asks them, "Why seek ye the living among the dead?" In this picture, Spencer Stanhope has visibly depicted the roses with plenty of thorns, for this is after the crucifixion of Christ, and the thorns are symbolic of his suffering. In Victorian times, people enjoyed sending one another messages using the language of flowers. According to the species and colour of the flower, it could convey different meanings. For example, the moss rose stood for voluptuous love, the musk rose, capricious beauty, and a wreath of roses symbolised beauty and virtue rewarded. Less welcome would be finding a gift of a yellow rose, which indicated infidelity. The dog rose conveyed the meaning pleasure mixed with pain. A good example of this is Edward Burne-Jones's Love Among the Ruins, painted around 1873. It was inspired by Robert Browning's poem of the same name. The ruins are the remains of a glorious but warlike ancient city, so the couple's love here, their love among the ruins, is very much symbolised by the dog rose and its association of pleasure intertwined with pain. Throughout the eons, the connection in our minds of roses and beauty and love has persisted, as can be seen in gifts of roses for Valentine's Day, weddings and anniversaries. For us, roses still equal romance and love. Long, long ago, an ancient poet wrote, "Zeus gave to Phoebus the prophetic laurel, red roses to the rosy Aphrodite." We may no longer build temples to the goddess of love, nor worship her outwardly, but her association with the roses, love and romance have become hardwired into our soul.